Yo! Weekly up-a-doe. Weekly episode 9. So, on the last video, I released a contracts program, and I said, everybody blast your best knock-knock jokes in the comments below, and a lot of people did. So now, we want to read some, because the best 3 get a free program. By the way, this program is sick. Sick. If you're in the Go King, you get it for free. The first one definitely goes to my man Ben Scholl. He said, knock knock. Who's there? Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons who? Imagine dragging these balls across your face. It's very inappropriate. Ben Scholl. DM me on Instagram, bro. Oh, here's another one. Knock knock. Who's there? Europe. Europe who? No, Europe who? Enjoyer. Hit me back with just a chat. Yeah, DM me on Instagram, bro. Let's go. David Gomez, okay? Knock, knock. Who's there? Daisy. Daisy who? They see me rolling. All right, hit me back. Hit me back. David, Ben Scholl, and Enjoyer. Now, let's go to the job site. The semi-truck driver that I always hire to deliver all my base rock, haul away all the concrete, all the dirt. He bought a brand new truck because of the business I've been giving him. Literally, he said that was the only reason I got this truck. He went and spent $250,000 on a brand new semi-truck. Maybe he'll let me drive it too. Oh, that'd be so badass. Camera, let's drive the truck. Job site. We're here, waiting for the semi-truck driver. I gotta write him a check. What the fuck is this? He pulls up in this thing. This is the Rego. This is the semi-truck driver. The truck is in the shop. I'm very disappointed. I really wanted to see it. It was $250, right? Brand new.
Yep, brand new.
Brand new. You know, owning a company, you always find little knickknacks. Like my other forks for the Caterpillar are bent, and I never figured out why. And I just come here and look at this. How did this happen? No one will ever tell me. If I ask, I'll ask. They won't tell me. They'll say they don't know. Oh yeah, I'm giving this away pretty soon. 4,000 square feet of pavers here. This whole deal. And now that I'm like walking it, this place is gonna look way different when the sand is in. The sand has not gone in yet. That's why it's still a little shaky. This right here is $2,000 of sand. This is polymeric sand, this is regular sand. You'd be like, T, why did you buy regular sand? Doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you why. For those of you who don't know about polymeric sand, there's a little trick that I have to show you. These pavers are very thick. They're about 3.5 inches. And last time I installed these pavers, I decided, let's put polymeric sand in there. That was a mistake. That cost me an extra $2,000. This time, it's not gonna happen. Now, what's the difference, T? Well, this bag right here is $25. That bag right there is $5. Very good sand on both of them, but this one is polymeric. Now, we take the regular sand and we put it at the bottom base, the bottom 2 inches, and we broom it, we sweep it in, and we compact it in there so it's nice and tight. Then, we take polymeric sand and we put it as the top layer. Dude, literally, I probably saved around 2,000 bucks. You'd be like, is there a structural difference? No. There's not. All right, now we're gonna dip out of here and we're gonna go check out the deck construction. Just got to the other job site. Now remember, we did a very good job. We poured the concrete. We did a lot of the artificial turf, and then we left because my job was done. Now it's time for the deck guys to come in. You'd be like, well, T, how come you're not a professional enough to build a deck? Well, little Johnny, I'll tell you a little secret about decks. Decks are a pain in the ass. You never want to build decks unless you know what you're doing. If you don't know anything about woodwork, you want to stay away from it. You'd be like, T, You guys can do decks. They could. And we could figure it out. But it won't be as good of a job as a professional deck builder. Just like fence guys. Fence guys can't do pavers. So now, I hire fence people. I don't mess with fences. I hire deck guys. I don't mess with decks. This deck was 50 grand. I could have done this deck with my guys, and we could have made some money. But I choose not to do that because I'm not a moron. Let me show you why. Look at all these intricacies. Okay? Like, you got to be a carpenter to do this. This guy right here, that's who I hired. He's actually a carpenter. All he does is decks, and he does a very nice job. You have to make sure all the screws are perfectly aligned. Look at this. Perfectly aligned. Everything has to be like spot on. My guys could do that, but they're masons. I wouldn't expect these guys to be able to put in pavers like we do. They couldn't do it. They'd be like, where do I start? What?
You've handed me the check?
Yeah.
Before I get it closed in?
You can cover it. We'll make new ones.
Oh, you make new ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're running from there to there.
Oh, okay, so you can tie into them anywhere.
Yeah. It's actually quite a bit of a skill to even do the framing, right? The framing is pretty difficult. Like these are 2x8s. 2x8s, 4x6s. And you gotta make sure everything is very level. Like, yeah, we can do the levels, sure, no problem. But to have it done like this, you gotta be pretty much a pro. Like look at all the money in wood. Look at all the money in wood they had to spend. Now check this out. How much PT wood do you think this is money wise?
Money wise?
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure for you.
Yeah.
How much do you think?
If I remember right, it was over $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ePay was probably like 10, right?
More.
More. How long have you been doing decks?
I've been in construction since 45 years.
That's older than me. I wasn't even born. Wow.
2 weeks after I got out of school. A friend of mine called me up and said, I'm sick today, can you take my place? I was working for a general contractor. I went to work one day and he asked me if I wanted a full-time job.
Now you're here. Look at all the differences in wood. So this is one side, another size, another size. Okay, well, end of weekly episode 9. You got to meet Don. He's been in construction for 45 flipping years. That is crazy. I can't build decks like that. You guys will see at the end when I do this time lapse into the whole project. It's a very beautiful deck. It's going to be insane. The deck is 50 grand, and then the homeowner spent another $85,000 on a arbor pergola type of deal that is absolutely state of the art. Like it has little levers and lights inside, and when it rains, it goes in gutters. All aluminum. I'm not even doing that because I don't even know how to do that. Point of this video is if you don't know how to do something, find someone that does. Do not just start figuring it out as you go. Someone in Goat Gang commented and they asked a question. They said, hey, I want to build this big massive bench with this big fire pit all made out of Allen blocks. And this kid has never done anything with brickwork, anything with Allen blocks, nothing with paving, nothing, no hardscape skills. He's just a lawnmower guy. And there's a couple people in the group that commented, well, just commit and figure the rest out later. I highly disagree with that, and I stepped in and I said, that's not the right way to do it, little Johnny. First of all, you don't know how to do anything with masonry work. And if you start and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to mess up big time. So what I told him is, instead of spending time and figuring out how to do something, why don't you stop all production, go and find a guy, a mason in specific, hire him, and show him the picture of what you want, and then figure out how to order the materials, and then how to manage the people. Not do the job physically yourself. You don't see me out here pouring concrete. I don't even know how to pour concrete. And you'd be like, well, T, don't your employees have less respect for you? I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I don't know how to pour concrete. That's not my job. My job is to get the jobs. You feel what I'm saying? My job is not to build a damn deck. I don't know how to build a deck. And I never will. And I don't want to. Neither should you. Hire the right people. Get the right people in line. And then you'll be worry-free. Okay? Adios.